welcome to Sports Talk for another special production. Today is our high school athletes. I'm Frank Noppenberger, and I'm joined by three of our junior athletes, seniors to be, and we're here to listen to what they have to say about their summer and the past fall. First of all, we got Dan Leung. Dan, 3.7 GPA, is that correct? And you play volleyball and basketball. Alyssa Randzio. Alyssa's the newly elected captain of the cheerleaders. You'll be cheering in the fall and the winter, correct? And Cram just finished a great softball season for our championship softball team. Lauren also is a star of the field hockey team, and I guess we're still thinking about winter track?
No, I'm not doing it.
We're not doing winter track.
Probably not.
Well, we'll see what happens. Okay. And I guess we're all like 3.7, 3.8 GPAs. Very good. Good job, guys. We'll ask how you balance that later on. First question will go to you, Dan. How did you get involved in basketball, and then how did you get involved in volleyball?
I got involved in basketball when I was around like 5-ish. I kind of just picked up a ball and went, and then I just liked it after that. And for volleyball, it started off...
Wait a minute. Where did you go, Dan? You said you went. Did you go down the street? Or?
Yeah, just shot, I guess.
All right.
And for volleyball, it was actually, I used to play baseball, and a mother on the team told me that I should try out for volleyball when I got to high school, and so I did.
Oh, very good. And did you play in youth leagues in town, basketball, or?
Yeah, I started off with rec, and then I moved up to travel.
Lauren, softball, field hockey.
Yeah, I played softball, I guess, ever since I was little, along with a lot of other sports. But then, you know, a girl that I went to school with was like, oh, like my dad has a travel team, like come try out, and I tried out. And ever since then, I was always doing softball. And then before 6th grade, I went to like some field hockey camp with like, because I used to live in Wall, and it was run by like the high school team. And then I tried out for, we only had one team, like 8th grade team, but whatever, and a few 6th graders made it, and then I played ever since 6th grade, and I loved it. It's my favorite.
That's, you like
field hockey.
Field hockey over?
The best.
Yeah, good. And the cheerleader, you've been cheering for what, 1st grade, 2nd grade?
Since I was 5.
5? And you got into it because, why, how?
My cousins used to do it, and I used to love being around them, and they're older, and then I cheered at St. Bart's.
Right.
Since I was 5.
Was Mom a cheerleader?
No.
Was Dad?
No.
No, I know Dad wasn't. Okay. This summer is very important for incoming seniors. We're going to start out with the cheerleader. I know you guys go to camp, but what else do you do to prepare for the fall season?
This year, since I'm captain, I would have to make up the entire halftime routine for fall. And
you and the other captain?
Me and Kelly. And we start practicing. We go to camp, and then we start practicing in August.
All right. And how do you decide on what type of routines? And
we have to make everything up ourselves. We have a choreographer completely by ourselves, music, routine, stunt cheers, holo cheer, everything.
How about for physical, getting in shape, running, lifting? Do you guys do anything?
We should be doing something to be in kind of shape, but...
Right. Good. Now, Lauren, you're going to be pulled in both directions. How do you balance it, and what's your summer like?
Actually, my summer's pretty busy, I guess, because Monday and Wednesday we have softball games for, I guess, the summer season, and then Tuesday and Thursday we do pre-sea training for field hockey. You know, like the football team does that too, I think. And then Coach T does like a optional Saturday morning, like skill sessions, like get the younger girls into it. So I don't really have many days off in the summer.
Do you work also?
A little bit. My grandpa, like, you know, Ortley Beach has like those private beaches, and my grandpa like runs the one. So when I can, I badge check with the other girls down there.
So you're going like 5 days a week with sports and practicing. Now, I know you're being pulled because I've already seen you practicing basketball. What's your summer like, Dan?
It's mostly basketball because that's the next sport that I go into. But I do have some tournaments for volleyball in the summer. I'm going to nationals.
And where are the nationals?
They're in Dallas.
All right. High school sports. Think about when you're in 8th grade and you're at that Churchill Assembly and you're seeing these seniors come down and talk, and they give you the message about getting involved. Did you think high school sports would be as challenging as it is, more or less, or the same?
I thought it'd be less challenging. I saw the girls and I was like, oh, it's nothing. Like, I do the same thing they do, and I used to cheer on a competitive team, so I was like, oh, like, it's the same thing. And then until I got up there, I realized that it's a lot harder with school and everything, and how competitive it really is.
Yeah. How about you, Dan?
I knew it was going to be challenging, but the competitiveness is just outrageous on how hard teams go.
Well, you think about basketball, you're only playing 5 kids at a time. And the volleyball, what's he carry, about 13 on the team?
Yeah, around there.
And you got the 4 grades competing, especially in cheerleading. And with softball, you get a freshman often, right? And that takes away one of the spots. So what did you think going into your freshman year? You came here as a freshman, right?
I did come here as a freshman, yeah. Well, I mean, I've always played sports, I guess, so it wasn't really new having schoolwork and a sport, but I mean, it's kind of hard sometimes if you have an away game, you don't really have time to study or do your homework, but
Right.
I don't know.
Speaking of studying, you're all in that 3-7, 3-8. How do you balance it during the year?
Actually, I think like, well, because I know I did win a track this year, but every year that I didn't, like my grades are always higher when I'm playing a sport, and I think it's just because you have to have like better time management and stuff, and you're more focused and on schedule, so I think it's easier to balance schoolwork when I'm involved in a sport.
Well, now you guys have long practices, and then you got the basketball games. How do you?
So during winter season, we have practice, then we have a basketball game, and then we go home after, which is by the time we get home, it's like 9 or 10. So by the time I get home, I just do all my homework right away and try to do everything.
You do homework every day,
Yeah.
every night.
Yes.
You ever sometimes, I'm not going to do it tonight.
No.
No?
No.
That's good. How about you, Dan?
The motivation is sleep when I'm in season, so I kind of have to work for homework, I guess, and then I want to go to sleep. Too tired.
And next year, you guys are probably going to have that late in. Will
Yeah.
you use that
Yeah.
to sleep or to do an extra little bit of
Sleep.
studying?
Sleep.
All right. My next question is, I'm always big on multiple sports. What advice would you give to a young girl that's pretty good in softball and maybe pretty good in field hockey? Would you tell them to do both, decide on one or the other, and just concentrate? What would you tell them?
No, honestly, I would tell them to do both, especially like if you love it and you have fun doing it. I'd say like pursue your sport and be the best you can at it.
Well, as cheerleaders, most of the time just do cheerleading.
Yeah.
Did you ever think of doing another sport?
Only when I was little, I tried everything and see what I liked. And then, like in 8th grade, I just chose cheerleading.
Do you think it's possible for a cheerleader to be good in soccer or basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had those over the years. It's quite challenging,
Definitely.
completely different skills. How about you, big guy?
I think it is good for it because, like with volleyball, that was my secondary sport. It actually helps me now with basketball because of how much I'm running and also competitive.
But doesn't it help getting off the floor in volleyball, the quickness off the floor?
Yes, it's actually helped with my jumping ability a
Right.
decent amount.
Because I've seen it improve drastically from your sophomore year to this year. It's just amazing. I'm wondering if it had anything to do with the volleyball, how quick you get off the floor. Speaking of coaches, each of your coaches gave me a quote or said something about you, and we'll go to you first, Dan. Coach Henning said something to the effect that you're the ultra-competitive athlete, and you sometimes play kind of like with a chip on your shoulder. What's he mean by that? Any idea?
I think he means like I play for a reason. Like I'm not just going out there to like necessarily have fun all the time. I also want to win. So having the chip on my shoulder kind of gives me that motivation.
Because you're not really tall. What are you, about
9, 10.
5'9"? You're playing with the big boys in volleyball, which is a big man sport, and basketball. And you think it's your competitive spirit that makes you so successful?
I think it is.
And where do you get it from?
I don't know where I get it from. I guess it's just natural. But I think it definitely does help because it makes you work harder.
Would you rather win a game or score 30 points?
Definitely win a game.
Good answer. Good answer. Coach Brady was in today, and we were talking about the season and this and that, and I mentioned this, and he said that you could play any sport and be successful. Well, what's he mean by that? Because I've never seen that side of you.
What?
Well, I see you being competitive, but I see you being a lady out there all the time, good sportsmanship. I don't see you gritting your teeth and the ultra competitive person.
Oh, well, I think I'm pretty competitive, to be honest.
So you hide it?
Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know, like, I'm just like motivated to do my best. So like I would try hard. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Are you one of those guys, win at all costs? Or gals?
Yeah, I mean, I like to win, obviously.
If you get hit for the cycle, you know what that is, right? Yes, you do. It means you hit a homer, triple, single, and double all in one game.
Oh.
Would you rather do that or win a game?
Oh, well, win a game because I only slap now, and that's like impossible, so.
Competition cheerleading, not many people know about that, how big it is, and I've been to a couple for the last few years. Tell the audience about it and how intense it is, and is it competitive and exciting as the GMCs in softball or basketball?
Yeah, it's definitely as exciting and competitive. Within the past few years, it's definitely became more of a bigger sport and competitive sport. We compete 5 times throughout the year during winter season, States being our biggest one, and we compete against like 20 teams at States.
Right, now tell the audience again, you do a routine, which is what, 3 minutes?
2 minutes and 30 seconds.
And that's it, right?
That's it. We work all season just for 2 minutes and 30 seconds out on that, 5 times a year.
And you can call timeout if you miss,
Nope.
you can't call
That's it, 2
timeout?
minutes, 30 seconds. Anyone's hurt, anything, no stopping.
Okay, now I know we're jumping around, but now we're going to look at college. Have you guys looked at colleges? Are you thinking about college? Do you want to compete in sports in college? What you want to study? Lauren?
I've been looking at colleges. I mean, I've emailed a lot of coaches and started going to showcases for field hockey because I'd like to play field hockey for a D3 school. I don't really want to go anywhere big, but
What schools have you been looking at?
I looked at Salisbury and like Susquehanna, but I've been emailing like Arcadia and Drew and like Lebanon Valley and colleges like that, but I still have to go visit them and speak to the coaches, so I don't really know exactly what school I want to go to
And
yet.
they've expressed an interest in you.
Yeah, so far.
Tell the audience about the showcases.
You can go to a showcase with your team if you want, but basically you just sign up alone and they put you on a team and you play 7v7 for basically the whole time, or maybe there's like 1 or 2 subs. Like they don't try to have that many because they want you to play and college coaches to see you. And depending on if you want to go to D1 or D3, they can contact you or you have to contact them first. But I emailed probably like 10 coaches when I went, but I got a lot more responses back from other colleges, so now I'm looking at them too. And I kind of want to be a dentist, so yeah, so I want them to have like a pre-dentistry program, so that's really important when they email me if their college has that or is like linked with another college for after the 4 years or whatever it is in college. So that's like something I look for.
So in your letter to that college, and that's for the younger kids out there, or to the coach, you say, you know, I'm this, I got a GPA, I'm this, and I also want to become a dentist, and then they'll respond that way.
Yeah, and usually they help you, and they're like, oh, this program's really good, and come out and see me, and I'll show you around, and stuff like that.
Ms. Randzio, your plans, college, you thinking? Do you want to cheer in college? What do you want to major in?
I'm not really sure if I want to cheer yet, depending where I go. I'll only cheer if I go to like a big school like Clemson, Rutgers, Penn State. I want to try out if I go to one of those. I want to become an elementary school teacher.
Oh,
So.
very good. And where have you, I know you went to Clemson to visit your brother. Where else have you gone?
Rutgers, I saw Penn State. I wanted to try TCNJ.
And if you had your choice, because they say you can go wherever you want. You don't know yet?
I don't know.
Good. Okay, Big Dan. What, first of all, do we want to do volleyball or hoops?
I think my chances for colleges is better with volleyball, only because it's not as a competitive sport. Like, not many schools have it out there. But for colleges, I don't really mind where I go. Is if they have volleyball, I don't really mind. But if they don't, I'm interested in like the maths and sciences.
Because there's a lot of club volleyball out there.
Yeah.
It's not as good as maybe a D1 program, but club volleyball is very big at some colleges like Rutgers. New Brunswick has club volleyball that's very, very good. All right. Leadership. Now, your coach thinks you have great leadership skills. Why would she say that?
I made varsity as a freshman, so I always looked up to the girls and everything. So seeing how they used to be leaders and by showing examples and role model of how to be to little girls, that's my leadership.
All right. How would you describe your leadership? Are you are you loud? Are you vocal? Or are you more by example?
Example.
Yeah. Lauren, now you're going to have a tough. You could be maybe captain in 2 sports.
Well,
Or a leader.
chose field hockey captains already, so I am one.
You are one. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd say I'm kind of both. Like if I want someone to do something, I'll tell them. You know what I mean? Like without being mean, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep them on track because I don't like when they like are not focused in practice, kind of thing. Like that's important to me. But yeah.
Yeah, but what is your main responsibility as a captain, do you think?
Well, definitely for field hockey because Coach T like stresses us all the time, but to always have a positive attitude and be determined, especially during games. Like.
Mm-hmm. And how about in softball? Do you see a difference in the two, a type of a leader?
Actually, no, because Brady does too. I don't know why I said that. To always have a positive attitude, even if you're down. Like it's so easy to score more runs and get back up, and just encourage the girls and be there for them.
But you see, I see between the 2 sports, I see a lot of individualism in softball because you're at bat or you're pitching, whereas the other one, where field hockey, you're relying on the team and the whole to get the ball up or to play defense.
I mean, for softball, I still don't really think it's that individual because, you know, he always says like if someone strikes out, like just like tell them to pick your head up and like you'll get it next time and be there for them. I think that's more important. Like I still think it's a team thing.
Yeah, it is. Well, it is. Dan, the 2 sports, you can be the same type of leader, I think, right?
You can, but for some reason, I'm more vocal in volleyball than I am in basketball. I don't know why.
You don't know why. Well, I see you in basketball as a leader a lot by example.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, I think it's kind of a slower paced sport too, because in between the volleyball, in between each point, there's
A break.
a stoppage of play, and then you can converse with some hoops if you're running up and down the field, or the court, I should say. It's harder. What type of a leader do you think you are?
I think more of a vocal leader, like, and by example, but that's for basketball. But for volleyball, I'm more of a vocal leader because you can't really like show somebody how to do something. They just have to like fix it by themselves. You could show them, but it's mainly up to them. And if you just like tell them what to do, that helps improve a lot.
Alyssa, you've accomplished a lot in your 4 years of high school. Would you do anything differently? Do you say, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I work harder? Or, I wish I didn't do this? Or any regrets about anything?
No.
None.
No. I
You're
loved
perfect.
everything.
You are perfect.
Of course.
How about you, Ms. Cram?
Well, even though I did have very successful seasons in field hockey, definitely last year I think I should have gotten in much better shape before the season, and I will definitely do that this year. Well, I'm also happy because we're doing the pre-C training, so.
Parisi, right? Why do you think, so no one can make that mistake, why do you think you didn't go into it in as good shape? Were there distractions? Was it?
Well, last year, like, when I was a freshman, when I was going to be a sophomore, we did the pre-C training and it really helped. And then last year we didn't, and I just like should have done stuff on my own, been more determined, but I didn't really. So, but I know this year I have to be.
Now, Dan, there's no way you're never not in shape or prepared, right? Because one season.
No.
And actually, if you think about it, basketball and playing volleyball, it's fun, right?
Yeah.
Like hitting a sled and lifting weights for football, I'm not sure how much fun that is, or the Parisi training, I'm not sure how much fun that is. You like it?
It's tough, but
it's not like running up and down the court playing hoops or playing volleyball.
no, it's just like, yeah, I mean, he's really hard on us, I think.
So, do you ever not get in shape? Are you always prepared for the season?
I actually am.
Yeah. And would you do anything different during your career? Like, do you wish you would have played baseball? Because I could see you in center field, you know, or like Jeter at shortstop.
No, because I find baseball to be very boring.
Very boring. But earlier I thought when you were telling me about your favorite athlete, you said it was Derek Jeter.
Oh, I did?
I thought you did.
I mentioned that?
Didn't he say that, girls? No? No, that's okay. Yeah. So would you do anything different?
No.
That's
Everything's
good.
worked out pretty good.
All right, now we're starting to wind down here, and in 10 years, I'm still going to be sitting here. There's going to be 3 other kids, and I'm going to say, you know, 10 years ago, Lauren Cram sat here, and she said, this is what she's going to be doing in 10 years. You're going to be a dentist.
I'm going to be a dentist, a pediatric dentist.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Because going to the dentist is like my favorite thing.
What?
I don't know, everyone says I hate it, but I love it. Like, it's so much fun. Like, it feels so good to have your teeth clean.
Wow.
I don't know. And I love my dentist. Like, I still go to a pediatric dentist, and he's so sweet and funny, and I just want to
for
be
you.
like him, I guess.
Well, that's nice. At least you're ready for that and the bills and the schooling, but I'm
Yeah.
sure you'll be successful.
Thanks.
In 10 years, girl,
An elementary school teacher around here.
what grade do you think?
Like second.
Yeah. Why second?
Because it's the perfect age and they're not like bratty or too big by then. They're still young.
All right. I don't know. No, our kids aren't bratty. That's. Are you going to be coaching? You're going to be just like Henning or Rutz or Strauss?
Probably not.
No.
I don't know why.
What do you think you'll be doing
I don't know yet. I haven't made my decision.
when you get to that college? You said you want to get into
Maths and science.
Oh, very good. Okay, now it's time to recognize, thank some people that maybe influenced you over the year. Like, you know, maybe it was that second grade teacher that you had that really made you feel good about teaching. I want to be like her, or your athletic director. Or, no. Anyone you'd like to thank or recognize? Start with you, Dan.
Definitely my parents, because they took me to like so many tournaments and practices and games. And definitely the coaches, because I don't think I would have ever improved as much as I do without them. So.
Liz?
Definitely my parents were taking me since I was 5, so for 11 years to cheerleading games, competitions, anything. And yes, my second grade teacher, Miss Whalen, that's the reason why I really
Miss Whalen, or Miss Whalen?
Yeah, well, Miss Mott now, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Nope.
That's very
She
good.
was my second grade teacher, and that's the reason why I want to be an elementary school teacher now.
And she's a reading specialist
Yeah,
now.
now she
Very
is.
good. Wow, that's impressive.
My mom, I guess, because she's always been there to encourage me and take me to all my tournaments and everything. And my grandpa, because he comes to all my games and supports me.
Right, always,
Yeah,
always.
he's always there. And both my coaches, Todoroff and Brady, because they took their time to write those nice speeches about me for all my awards, and they put up with me in practice.
Do you see them? I'm going to ask another quick question. We're running out of time. Do you see a difference in those two coaches? They're both very successful. Are they different?
Yes.
Well, they both talk a lot. We know that.
Yeah. Todoroff has a lot of analogies.
Yes.
And,
Okay.
yeah.
Dan, how about the two? You've the volleyball, Henning or Strauss and Rutz or whatever.
Henning's got more of like a mindset. He knows what he's going to do, how he's going to do it. Rutz with volleyball, it's different because there's no like game strategy, I guess you could say. So he's kind of just got to work off the top.
Now, Liz, have you had Miraglia the whole time?
No.
Or Bergen, whatever you want to call her?
Freshman year I had Grasso.
Right.
Sophomore and junior year I had Bergen or Rags,
Right.
and this year I'm going to have Coach Allen.
That's right, that's right. Well, I'm sure you'll adjust well. Okay, we're running out of time. I'd like you to leave a message for the young kids out there. I'd like you to tell them whatever you feel about athletics and the fun and the enjoyment. And we're going to start with you, Alyssa. You want to leave a message for your little brother or sister out there?
Work hard starting now and do well in school. Try to do the best you can in both, and yeah.
Do you have a little brother or sister?
No, I'm an only child. I guess try your best and be the best you can be.
There's always room for improvement, and in the end, it'll make you much better.
And we were talking about, and you're all in agreeing that they should try every sport as much as they can. Is there a time when they should say, why don't you just concentrate on this sport? Anybody?
I mean,
Sophomore year, junior year, senior year?
I mean, maybe if you know what you want to do in college, it's if you want to do one. But I feel like if you play 2 sports, it'll help you get into college more or something, right?
Yeah, it could.
So I
It
don't
could.
know. No, I think you should. I think you should do as many as you want.
Right. See, here's my thought. If you were marginal, you may make the team, you may not make the team, and you concentrate nothing but, let's say, tennis. And then now you've made the team because you played it instead of doing 2 sports, and you would improve that much. You know, the question is, or if you're a scholarship person, when do you make that decision to concentrate just on the one sport? Just school for thought. Okay, we're going to finish up here. Do you have any questions about the athletic department, about me? Not me personally, about the program, anything? Nothing? Well, I want to thank you guys for coming. I know it's very busy. You got exams going on now. You got leagues. You got tournaments going on and conditioning. And it's getting near graduation, so I want to thank you for sharing this with us. I wish you the best of luck, and I know you'll all be successful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.